Got the priest mirror, huh?
The light shall bring victory. Light smiles upon the just.
So for my priest win, I'm playing Chansey Priest. I'm sure people are familiar with it. I've played it, and then obviously Crypt made it pretty popular. I have to assume he's playing Dragon Priest. I'm not really sure about this matchup at all. I don't think I need to play Doomsayer here. It's not like super crucial to prevent a Wormrest agent from being developed. And I can just play the Doomsayer this turn to stop his 3-drop and kill the Wormrest agent. Or I could even just not play the Doomsayer here. If I don't, he'll play Cabal Talon Priest, and then even then I could just use it to kill both of those and stop his 4-drop. But I think that's a little bit more risky. And every turn that I wait on the Doomsayer, he's more likely to draw Shadow Word Pain. Alright, he's just going for the Historian. Into the manual, you've got it, I guess. The Acolyte was a good draw here, since I didn't really have any other play. Don't really have a good answer to that Azure Drake. I can either play one of my own dragons or trade an Acolyte and play Excavated Evil. I think it's gotta be better to play one of the dragons here. He's Dragon Priest, so my board clears are actually pretty high value. This thing is a little bit more vulnerable. Oh yeah, definitely just take the other Draconid Operative here. The value is insane. The Operative is a little bit more vulnerable to a Shadow Word Death compared to my own Azure Drake, but if he doesn't have Shadow Word Death, my Draconid Operative to kill his Azure Drake and take a nice value trade. He did have the Shadow Word Death though. And the Shadow Word Pain, that's bad for me. Getting 0 cards out of an Acolyte in this deck is definitely problematic. I think the Shadow Word Pain is pretty good here. Dragon Priest has a lot of like 3/6 minions, so if I can use this to kill a Twilight Guardian or something, that's pretty nice. Hopefully he doesn't have the second Shadow Word Death. He did have the second Shadow Word Death. Well, that's a bummer. I think I just dropped Chilmaw here. He can't even kill it on board, and I've seen both Shadow Word Deaths, so it shouldn't be that easy for him to have a spell that deals with it. Wow, Blackwing Corruptor. That's one way to deal with it, but that's a 5/1 Blackwing Corruptor you've got there. Although I guess he has the mana to heal it up. So I can Excavated Evil that guy, or even Dragonfire Potion. It's hard to get Dragonfire Potion value against Dragon Priest. I could also just go Azure Drake Pass, assuming that I need to get more out of my board clears. I think I like the Azure Drake. That Operative is really problematic. I have no way to kill it. He should have attacked first and then healed. This guy would be a 5/3 instead of a 5/2. What do I even do here? I've got no play. The board clears are too valuable to 1-for-1. I could play out the Ooze, and then if the 5/6 goes into it, I can Excavated Evil to clear his stuff, but he's definitely going to heal up. Alright, so with this play, I put his guy down to a 5/4. If he swings into the Ooze, it's a 5/1, he heals it up to a 5/3, and then hopefully Excavated Evil can kill the Draconid Operative plus whatever he plays this turn. Well, that's a pretty valuable card to get from the Netherspite Historian. The only answer in my deck to Nefarian is the 1 copy of Shadow Word Death, which is a huge problem. I have nothing here. I guess I just play Raza and heal. Maybe if Raza can deal 5 to Nefarian, then Excavated Evil can clean up his board. He did just decide to trade off the 5-1. God, he got another sick minion from Nether Spite Historian. Guess I just play my own Nether Spite Historian. I think it's gotta be Chillmaw. I can play Chillmaw this turn, and Chillmaw should directly trade with one of the dragons and then weaken the other one. So I guess that's actually pretty good. Those are good targets for the Shadowward Pains I've been holding. Still don't have an answer to the 8-7 though. I guess I just kill these guys and pass. Unfortunately, I didn't have an activator for my Bookworm that turn. God, this board is out of control. The Kazakus is a nice draw, though. I need something I can do this turn. 4 damage AoE, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And then 5 targeted, that's so good. Okay, so I can actually kill Nozdormu and Azure Drake here. Unfortunately, it does kill my Kazakus, but that's fine.
The light shall burn you.
Is someone injured?
Are you mocking me? Blessed be this funnel cake.
So I can actually use Potion of Madness plus Excavated Evil here to clear most of the board, including the Dragonite Operative, which is really hard to deal with since my Dragonfire Potion doesn't kill it. I'm so far behind right now, though. It seems pretty much impossible to actually come back in this game. He has like twice as many cards as me.
Is someone injured?
I must remain.
And that's a pretty high value card to get from the Operative. This is a pretty good Dragonfire Potion. Probably the most non-dragon minions he'll have this game.
I must remain hidden to remain free.
Blessed be this funnel cake.
Probably just throw down the Curator here. I don't have an activator for the Bookworm, or else I could kill the Priest of the Feast. Probably just take the Argent Horse Rider because the other 2 cards blow. Wow, he Bookwormed my 1-1. So now I can Bookworm his Bookworm. Seems like a pretty nice play. Unfortunately, my dragons activate each other and I don't have another dragon, so I can't go Bookworm Twilight Guardian. Probably just throw the Power Word Shield on this guy. And go for the Courier here. Power Overwhelming can give me some nice trades. It's also good with the Argent Horse Rider. But Water Elemental is just a strong minion. I feel like the Water Elemental is going to have more applications.
Who knows what secrets will uncover at last? A worthy disciple.
Pretty good Shadowward Pain for him. I'm out of board clears. And I still need 2 of my combo pieces in my last 5 cards. Probably just play out some minions here. Horse Rider obviously makes this trade really well, and I just need to draw the card off Thalnos. I'm out of spell damage in the deck anyway.
I must consider.
You wish to live forever. I wield the power of blood.
Oh man. That's a big brand, and it's doing a lot of work. Still have 2 combo cards in my bottom 3. I guess I probably just play Wrathion and then Shadow Word Death his Blackwing Corruptor here.
Must remain hidden to remain free.
I did draw the Spawn of Shadows, so there is some potential to combo next turn, but it seems like I'm probably not going to have enough health to combo next turn. The Spawn of Shadows does deal a lot of damage to me.
Cards.
Well, I drew my combo, but obviously I would just die if I played it here, so I guess I have to Reno. And this Twilight Guardian's never going to be active anyway. Maybe it will distract him, or maybe it gets into important damage next turn.
I'm out of cards.
Wow, I'm at 25. That's actually lethal. He's fatiguing next turn too, so it doesn't even matter what hero power I get off Finley.
Well played.
Oh my god, this was a crazy game. I was losing for like the entire game, and somehow I was able to hold out and get the combo off. Alright, Golden Anduin. Now it's time to just play Tyrande.
Valera versus Khadgar.
Knowledge is power.
Watch your back.
Going first is kinda bad. Coin is really important for this deck. Definitely don't want Edwin without the coin. Since so many of the cards that you typically mulligan for in this deck are coin dependent, I think it might be worth keeping Shaku, just since he's a card that you don't need with the coin. But I think it's pretty important to get a 2-drop. Maybe if I had Small Time Buccaneer instead of the Swashbuckler, I could commit to hero powering on turn 2, and then I could have Shaku for 3. But I think since I didn't have a good turn 2, I needed to mulligan it. I think Small Time Buccaneer is a better turn 1 than Swashbuckler, just because I'm probably hero powering on 2 and it applies a lot more pressure. I think Huckster is probably better than hero power here. I deal less damage this turn, but I can always hero power next turn, and the Huckster will make up the 2 damage that I lose this turn.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Defias Ringleader is interesting here. It might be better than hero power, but we're going to start with the Swashbuckler either way. Volcanic Potion is really bad in this matchup. So if I hero power, I can either go, well, I use the weapon and Buccaneer, or the 2/2 and the 1/1. I think I like using the Small Time Buccaneer here, just because it lets me keep 2 dudes on board instead of 1, basically. I didn't like Defias Ringleader there, because I either had to trade a bunch of stuff into Bran, or I had to leave Bran up, and if I just left Bran up and didn't trade off, then my board got absolutely destroyed by a Volcanic Potion.
Crystals! Fresh from Kazakus.
This turn is really awkward. My only minion that I can develop kind of requires a combo. So I guess I'm just going to eviscerate it so I can play Defias Ringleader. It's really bad and it's vulnerable to Volcanic Potion like I was afraid of last turn, but I don't think I can afford to just not develop anything here. And if he doesn't have Volcanic Potion, he gets pretty stomped by this board. Mind Control Tech is not that big of a deal, especially when he takes the worst one. If he got Patches, Patches could charge into my 2-1, but he got the one without charge. Blizzard is another pretty worthless card. See if Huckster can give me something better. Flamewaker's not bad. Not sure if he's better than Hero Powering. Patches definitely goes in there. And I think I probably just developed the Flamewaker. Then I take this trade with the 2-2. It goes down to a 2-1, which means it can die to Hero Power. But I already have 2 other things that die to Hero Power, so that shouldn't be relevant for at least 1 turn. So I can play Blizzard here if I want. It means that my Flamewaker probably will kill the Earthen Ring Farseer. Or I can just charge the Argent Commander into that thing. Or I can trade off my 2 pingable dudes and keep the Divine Shield on the Argent Commander. I think this is just better against, like, some kind of AoE, Blizzard or Flame Strike or something. Even though the Divine Shield is a little bit vulnerable to the Hero Power, if he's pinging down the Divine Shield, he probably can't deal with both of my minions.
There must be a way. I see gold in your future.
I can make a pretty aggressive play here. Just freeze his dude, Cold Blood my Argent Commander, and go face. I think I like that. It's not easy for him to deal with my board, and the Blizzard never gets better than this. He has a Blizzard of his own. Alright, that's actually kind of bad for me. I probably just sap this dude, play out some minions, and Hero Power his face. I just saw Blizzard, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. He might still have Flame Strike. That would be bad for me. But it's 1 Flame Strike in his deck. And even if he has Flame Strike here, that means he can't heal or develop Ice Block or anything. And I would only need 2 damage off my Huckster or off of a top deck. He did have the Flame Strike. And I whiffed. Oh, but there's the Argent Commander. Alright, if I didn't win that turn, I was probably going to lose the game, because Ice Block and Reno were huge problems. But I got the top deck. I had several good draws for lethal there. I think Valera is my favorite golden hero. Those daggers look dope.